royally quick turnaround. Melania puts her hair in an elegant chignon and changes into a couture Dior suit to meet the Queen for tea at Windsor Castle after rocking a trendy Victoria Beckham design in the morning. Melania Trump made quite the elegant impression as she arrived at Windsor Castle to enjoy tea with the Queen, having made a quick change out of the funky, fashion-forward ensemble she was seen in earlier in the day, in favor of a more sophisticated suit and classy updo. The 48-year-old First Lady and her husband, President Donald Trump, arrived at Her Majesty's home, where Prince Harry and Meghan tied the knot just a few weeks ago, to an impressive fanfare with dozens of the Queen's Guard lines up to meet them. Despite the warm temperatures, which reached a high of 80 degrees Fahrenheit on Friday, Melania opted to show off her fashion chops in a long-sleeved couture suit by French label Christian Dior, having shown her support for her host country earlier in the day by wearing a striped dress by British designer Victoria Beckham. Adding to the elegance of her classy Dior outfit, Melania swept her long brunette locks up into a loose chignon bun at the back of her head and traded her sky-high nude Christian Louboutin heels for a more modest, slightly lower pair in the same leg-lengthening shade, this time with a faint snakeskin pattern. Despite royal tradition preferring women to wear nude stockings with any leg-bearing look, it appears Melania chose to forego any hosiery, instead keeping her legs bare in the skirt suit, the hemline of which fell just below her knees. Once at the castle, President Trump inspected the Guard of Honor, formed by one of the Army's longest-serving units, the 1st Battalion Coldstream Guards, in their red tunics and bearskins. Before the first couple and the Queen left their raised tented area to walk among the guards, they gave a royal salute and the U.S. national anthem was played, with both Donald and Melania putting their right hands over their hearts as a sign of respect. The Queen, meanwhile, left her hands by her sides. Ahead of the meeting between the heads of state, Trump spoke of his admiration for the Queen in an interview with The Sun, in which he called her a tremendous woman and revealed that Melania was a tremendous fan of the monarch. "If you think of it, for so many years she has represented her country, she has really never made a mistake," he told the paper. "You don't see, like, anything embarrassing. She is just an incredible woman. My wife is a tremendous fan of hers. She has got a great and beautiful grace about her." During the Queen's 66-year reign there have been 13 American presidents, from Harry S. Truman to Mr. Trump, and she has now met all of them except one, Lyndon B. Johnson. Earlier in the day, the First Lady stepped out in a statement dress by British designer Victoria Beckham as she joined Prime Minister Theresa May's husband Philip for a game of bowls at the Royal Hospital, Chelsea. The structured striped dress hugged Mrs. Trump's curves as she showed off her sporting skills at the event, which saw her and Philip May taking on the Chelsea pensioners and some local school children in the game. But those hoping to emulate Melania's look can only do so with a Trump-sized salary, with the dress coming in at an eye-watering $1,910, £1,550. She paired the pricey piece with a pair of patent nude Christian Louboutin heels for her morning engagement alongside Philip, while their spouses spent the morning together. The brand has been a favorite of Melania's throughout this trip, with the former model showcasing several pairs since her arrival in Europe at the start of the week, deviating from her traditional footwear label of choice, Manolo Blahnik, which has only made one appearance in her tour wardrobe thus far. But while the shoes may have added some extra glamour to her look, Melania was surely reluctant that she didn't opt for a more